In the remote mountainous terrain of the Pacific Northwest sits an abandoned passage known as Tunnel Number 33. Stepping inside, a simple footstep or a cough immediately warps, bouncing back from every direction at once. The sound disorients your sense of space, hanging in the air far longer than physics should allow. This animated diagram shows exactly what is happening. On top is a standard linear tunnel where sound decays quickly. Below is Tunnel Number 33. Acoustic measurements reveal that low-frequency noises, specifically around 400 Hz, are trapped in a sustained, rebounding wave pattern. In a space 30 feet wide, these sound waves should dissipate in less than 2 seconds. Here, they linger for up to 12. Ask locals in the surrounding valley, and they'll tell you the tunnel is haunted by the spirits of the miners who perished digging it. The rumor is that those echoes are actually trapped voices, crying out from the bedrock. That local folklore thrives because there is a glaring hole in the public record. There are no plaques at the entrance, and the original geological surveys sit buried in regional archives, leaving the true structural origins of the sound a mystery to most. While folklore fills the vacuum of knowledge, the mechanical reality of the sound sits in the 1912 engineering logs, recorded the moment the mountain was first breached. By 1912, the rapid expansion of the regional railway system hit a massive geographical wall. Engineers faced a sheer, impassable granite mountain range that cut off the western supply chain. Bypassing it wasn't an option. The topography demanded a single, rigid line cutting straight through the rock. This blueprint outlines a perfectly straight cylinder, bored 2 miles long with a 20-foot ceiling. But half a mile in, crews slammed into an irregular stratum of igneous rock absent from surveys, a dense, unyielding layer formed by a hidden fault line. The discovery destroyed their schedule. Within weeks, the project was millions of dollars over budget. Drill bits shattered daily, and the slow, grueling pace brought the entire rail expansion to a grinding halt. Hitting this wall triggered a severe geological fracture point. The rock was too brittle to blast evenly and too hard to drill cleanly, causing the surrounding interior walls to splinter and flake unpredictably. Facing financial ruin, the chief engineers threw out the mathematically perfect straight line. To save the tunnel, they had to bypass the hardest core of the fault, compromising the structural symmetry they had originally planned. This diagram illustrates the resulting shift. Instead of a smooth, uniform bore, the engineers hooked the path sharply to the right. To stabilize the fractured rock around this new curve, they ballooned the ceiling upward, creating an asymmetrical, jagged cavern right in the middle of the passage. Executing this maneuver required abandoning their massive rotary drills. Crews switched to hand-packed, low-yield dynamite, blowing out small, uneven pockets of stone in a frantic, localized sprint to clear the curve. This jagged, uneven expansion changed the spatial dynamics of the passage. The sudden drop in air pressure created a vortex, pulling drafts into the newly blasted pockets. Combined with harsh asymmetrical angles, the space acts like a massive acoustic funnel. Sound waves strike these pockets and ricochet back and forth, permanently trapping and amplifying specific frequencies. The workers felt this immediately. Foreman's logs from the final weeks of digging describe crews suffering from severe vertigo, reporting that the sound of a falling hammer seemed to echo endlessly, making it impossible to tell which direction the noise was coming from. Pacing quickened slightly. When the final charge detonated, blowing a hole through the remaining rock face to connect the two sides of the tunnel, the rushing air equalized. The dust cleared, and the jagged, asymmetrical chamber was permanently locked into place. The rapid design pivot succeeded in getting the railway through the mountain on time, but the cost of that frantic engineering compromise was the creation of a massive, accidental acoustic instrument deep within the bedrock. Today, the trains are long gone. The tracks have been torn up, leaving the passage open to hikers and acoustic researchers who retrace the exact path those frantic crews blasted a century ago. Look at this combined data overlay. When we take the 400 Hz sound waves we measured earlier and map them directly onto the historical blueprints, they align with the asymmetrical cavern created during that desperate design pivot. The echo is the direct result of the rock they were forced to blast away. Because the anomaly is built into the geological structure of the mountain itself, it cannot easily be undone. The diagram shows how standard modern acoustic dampeners placed along the lower walls are entirely bypassed by the ricocheting waves trapped in the jagged ceiling above. Instead of trying to fix it, acoustic engineers now use tunnel number 33 as a natural laboratory. They calibrate sensitive audio equipment here, using the sustained reverberation to test how sound degrades in extreme, nonlinear environments. Tunnel number 33 remains a measurable signature of the year 1912, a permanent record of both the human ambition and the errors made when the mountain refused to cooperate.